Go. Giuseppe's podcast. Giuseppe's podcast. Welcome to Giuseppe's podcast. Hello and welcome to another episode of Giuseppe's podcast. It's been a while kasi I've been busy with the freaking September month. I've been busy with that, so I haven't been doing any podcasts and yeah, but I was able to convince a friend to do another episode with me. So yeah, this is the podcast wherein I convince friends to talk with me during 3 a.m. And yeah, today's guest is uh Izzy. Uh this is Izzy. She's my friend. Uh how long have we known each other? For a while now, no?
Actually, paano nga ba tayo nagkita?
Really? Uh
I don't remember the first time we met.
Yeah nga eh. I feel pero I've known you longer than kasi we name dropped you a lot during my time I was a guest with what's that name? With the time I was guest with Comic Sundays. They were
Oh
like,
yeah.
shout out to Easy, Easy, Easy. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing that. And
I used to be part of Comic Sundays.
yeah, kaya nga na name drop ka namin eh. We were like proud of knowing you. Pero I knew you before I knew them, eh. And I forgot nga rin how I got to know you, eh. You weren't making comics pa that time, no?
Yeah. It was still a dream.
Yeah.
But
Ah,
I
Yuri
am
on
like,
Ice. Fuck.
yeah, okay. There you go. Joy-Con
Yeah, Yuri on Ice, man. Bringing people together.
from different parts of the community.
Yeah, actually it's so weird that yung Yuri on Ice convention which I joined because I actually like the show, not just because I needed money, which you know, different topic. Pero yeah, I joined Yuri on Ice convention because I like the anime and wanted to try an anime convention for once. And yeah, it was a legit anime convention because it was only anime. And I was surprised na no, una it was majority girls, and at the same time, everybody was like super friendly, and it was weird because I was like, oh shit, man, I'm the only guy here. I don't know how to talk to these people. Ibang demographic din kasi. It's like I make comics. They're doing fan art, and I'm like, how do I talk to these people? But yeah. I met you doon. I think you were giving out ano eh. I know we both like JJ. 'Di ba?
Oh yeah. I think I gave you like
A pin.
a
Yeah.
pin.
I remember that. I was like, oh, I feel blessed. And yeah, that's when how we became friends basically.
During the after party.
Yeah, after party. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
none of us were able to talk to each other during the event mismo.
Oh, yeah, during the event
That was
mismo.
the most chaotic time eh. That was yung ano yeah, that was the most chaotic na yung unang Yuri on Ice kasi yun eh. So yan yung chaotic na we didn't know what was going on. But there's so much people.
Yeah, I think that was the only con that I know of na sobrang chaotic, na siksikan talaga.
Yeah, I mean,
But, but I don't think I've ever been to any other con that was that hyped up.
well, the only one I could compare it to was StickerCon. Have you been to StickerCon ba?
Yeah, I have. Pero it's still not as like at least
Talaga?
those yeah, nung sticker ko nakapag-chill pa ako eh.
Wait, which one? The second one ka na, no?
No, I was there during the very first one.
Ah,
Wala ako,
really?
yeah. Nakapag-chill pa ako nung first one. So I guess that
Damn.
says something about my designs. Hindi siya, hindi siya ganun kaganda. Charot, gano'n.
Well, I
But
wasn't
I really
also the
like
best.
guys. I was standing up the whole time. Every single person that passes by, nakakapagbenta ako, nakakapag-usap ako, pitch and fangirl.
Yeah. Wait, this was Yuri on Ice na? Yuricon?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. I was surprised. At Yuri on Ice, I was like selling a poster of myself dressed as JJ. And
Oh, I remember that.
it was the weirdest thing that I was so egotistic at the time. I was like so confident na maybe I might trick some people I know into buying it. And to my surprise, the people who bought it didn't even know who I was. And I'm like, wow, their love for this character transcends everything, man.
Ganun naman talaga usually.
I also had like the me as what's his name? Sino yung bida ulit? Ah, fuck.
Si Yuri or si
Ah,
Victor?
si Yuri. Oh my god, the show is called Yuri on Ice. Oh my god. uh, yeah,
Classic.
si Yuri. There's like yung Yuri posts ice skates, and then I drew myself as Yuri. Yung what's that? Yung championship winning post niya, basically. I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Parang hindi ko ata naalala yun.
Baka
I
di
remember
kita
AJ1.
binigyan. Na sold out yung posters, no. There was a poster, that was an A4 size poster which I'm like, wow. And then the A4 something basta it's 11 no wait. Oh nga, A4 nga yun. Shit. Forgot sizes right now. And then A3. A3 size. Wait,
Nawala,
no, A4. Oh my god.
nawala lang yung code sa kalimutan na yung
I lost sight paano na mag-measure.
it was a poster.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, yeah, it was a
ano ba
poster.
yun?
Oh, poster
Yeah,
siya. It was
I
big
think
enough.
live.
Yeah, it was okay. Anyway, that's easy. She's an artist then. I forgot to introduce that part. Nag-segue na agad tayo. Yeah, she's an artist as well. Which we didn't know. She like draws stuff for a living. Which explains today's sponsor, which is the Izzy Comics. Which you can find on Webtoon. Yeah, check out Izzy Comics. It's comics about this girl named Izzy. Sometimes it's not her, sometimes it is, and like some stuff that she thinks about. It's mostly like a comedy that's inside her head. So like there's plenty of dark shit, which is still comedy. Yeah, if you want to check that out, it's a good series. Go check it out on Webtoon. Just search the Izzy Comics and spam Loser Mangaya sends you there. The joke lang.
Yeah, actually, that's fine. It's still engagement.
But I
It's
doubt
promotion
naman.
for you, and it's engagement for me. So,
Yeah.
win-win.
That'd be weird na. Like, your first comic. Yung first, ano, was that, first episode. Tapos lahat ng comments, the same thing lang. And everybody would be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, and
Charot.
then like, yung time dates don't match up. Like, oh, it's been like, what, 1 year after the first upload? And suddenly there's like, this group of people who spammed Uzumangaki sent you here.
Um,
Uh, but yeah, shout out to today's sponsor. Anyway, ano ba yung gusto natin pag-usapan? May ano yung mga drama pala? May mga drama ka bang gusto i-share?
sa puro art community drama lang yung mga alam
Okay.
ko.
I mean, I doubt is this convention related or ito yung mga technique related?
Not much on the convention side ngayon.
Yeah, nasira na lahat eh. I mean,
Kasi,
nawala na. Nawala na lahat eh.
yeah, even yung will to live ko, wala na rin. Charot. Oo.
Mood. Hashtag mood. Ano yun, ano, what do you have for us na pwede pag-usapan?
Uh, Aware ka na ba sa Inktober na drama?
Yeah, sakto. It's next week. Wow.
Oh my God. Oh no,
Wag,
it's
wag,
next.
wag mo isipin pala yun, Shen. It's not next week. Na-pressure ka. Ikaw, sumasali ka dun, di ba?
I used to, but then ever since yung
Trademark.
plagiarism na no, even yung trademark pa, I was like giving him the benefit of the doubt na baka it's just an honest mistake, ganon. But then afterwards, parang habang tumatagal, it's starting to be a bit sketchy for me. Especially nung lumabas na yung issue with the plagiarism and then yung naglabas siya ng tawag dito,
Libro?
public announcement. Like, not siya, parang his own a stance, like a public stance. And
Ah,
then it's like apologizing or anything, parang nag-play victim siya. And
yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah. Actually, ako, na-turn off agad ako yung, the very start kung saan naging issue if it's digital or traditional.
oh
Naalala mo
yeah,
yun? That was like
ang
big.
tagal
Yeah,
nun.
that was the time. I think no, that was not so. It's not that long, man. I think
Last
it's like
year,
2017, mga ganun.
tagal na rin
Uh,
nun.
yeah, but still, yung
But
time na yun, ano
still,
eh,
still an issue.
what?
I think it's still an issue. Kasi
Yeah.
like, mag-name drop ako ng grupo. I think everyone knows
Guhit
this.
Pinas ba yan?
Good. Like the usual away between traditional and digital.
Ah,
I feel the same.
yeah. Well, yung kay Inktober naman, which was weird lang sa akin, is at the time I never knew na Inktober was made by this one guy. I thought it was like a typical art challenge na everybody like universally accepted. And
Mm,
then when I found out the whole this the creator is forcing it to be only ink, like, you can't add other shit, or it's like should be traditional basically. And I understand naman the sentiment na cause it's called Inktober, so we have to use actual ink. And I'm like, we comic artists call doing the line art inking. So regardless of like digital or traditional. So I was like, okay, medyo uh what is the term inking anymore, something like that. And pinupush niya like the narrative na the whole inking with ink and not digital. The whole trad thing. He was pushing it way too much, and then when people suddenly finally were trying to like argue with him, he finally caved and was like, "Okay, it's open for everyone." The way he did that, it sounded parang uh
parang bahala na kayo. Gano'n.
oh, and it didn't sound genuine masyado basically. Like,
Yeah,
and
understandable.
yeah. And after nun, ano eh, like, when I heard about that, that was the time that I skipped Inktober. And I was like, I'm just gonna do my own shit.
I
Which
guess it's
one?
also rin kasi na people have this perception na every artist starts with traditional when recently we all know that's not true na.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
iPads and tablets, like people can start straight to digital without having to go through the quote unquote essentials of art.
yeah. I mean, ikaw, ano ba yung una mo? Thread or digital?
As a millennial, charot.
Wow.
uh, Traditional,
Okay.
I
Ako,
mean, back then we never had tablets, like tablets or like smartphones weren't a thing.
me, I actually started digital una. Hindi dahil I had a tablet. No, I didn't have one. I was using a mouse. and yeah, I went from a mouse to tablet, and eventually ganun nga. And as a zoomer, I can say na yeah, not everybody starts traditional anymore.
Yeah. I guess yun lang eh. Parang nagkakaroon ng, nagbe-blend masyado yung what they think is normal for them is normal for others din.
Yeah.
So, yun. But yeah, going back to the issue with the plagiarism. At first rin medyo nag-benefit of the doubt rin ako na, oh, maybe because, maybe inking principles are the same. Like, I'm not an avid inker.
Did you feel about that way before watching the video or after watching the video?
This is during watching the video. Like, yung
Okay.
first minutes. Like, inisip ko lang na,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kasi inking principles are the same, baka yung terminologies are the same.
Yeah.
So maybe because of that limitation, yung book niya ends up being similar.
Yep, yep,
But
yep.
when habang tumatagal throughout the video, parang nakikita ko, oh shoots, parehas yung layout, parehas yung examples, parehas yung wording. You
Actually,
really
that was the same mindset I had. I didn't watch the whole video when the issue came up. I was like, I looked lang at the surface layer, and I was like, a book about inking. I guess it's prone to have like some similarities. That was I noticed the video was like 20 minutes long. I was like, how the hell? Why would the hell would it be 20 minutes long? Like, diba? And then when I finally watched through the video, I finally realized na, oh nga, no, yeah, okay, it makes sense na pala. It does, there's so much coincidence.
right? Especially like the choice of words rin. Like I can't think of like an example at the top of my mind. Pero alala ko like he was giving examples of different types of strokes. And then it's the same words yung ginagamit for both books. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there are so many words in the dictionary to choose. What are the odds na parehas rin yung words na gagamitin ninyo
And
for that?
sometimes it's not like direct words. Like, sometimes parang ano, what's that thing, what's that word called? A synonym? Tama ba? Synonym yun, di ba? Synonym yung rhyming ba? Or anyway,
No,
they have the
ayun
same meaning.
yung
Nag-thesaurus siya. Okay, yeah, thesaurus na lang tayo. Nag-thesaurus yung and then so like similar meaning of words and like used it para lang umiwas na directly copying, which is
yeah. And then I was reading, siyempre kung may ganitong issues, you want to know like both sides.
okay.
And I was reading mga tweets and I was watching also mga YouTube reactions to it to people who are against and for. And then it just boggles my mind how there are people who say na si Alphonse yung um
Yung
yung na
or
plagiarize
yeah, yeah.
yung original author. Like they were saying that maybe he was being um overreacting kasi first hindi pa lumalabas yung libro. So he can't be sure about what's really inside aside from what he saw in the sneak peeks. And he doesn't know whether or not he was tawag dito reference
Yeah.
or get credit within the book. And then my point of view lang with that is if you were used as reference for a book or if you were credited,
You should
isn't it
know.
etiquette na, yeah, mag-a-ask na ng permission sa'yo or you should know that you are part of this book?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then since Alphonse didn't know, parang it goes back to ethically publishing. Like, is it ethical to have done that? Yun lang.
Yung weird thing at first I was like thinking about the whole book thing. And when I saw like the amount of effort that Alphonse did in uh finding was that
Uh, like he was showing like sketches niya on how he reached those elements or yung how
and
it
not
worked.
just that, like the finding the what's this thing called, yung gawa ni Jake ba, what's his name again, Jake Parker.
I don't remember his last name. I just know that he's
Yeah,
Jake. Jake.
si Jake something, si Inktober guy. I remember na like when I saw like he had to like find numerous examples, and then he even tried like the whole book flipping thing, and then like tried going
Oh,
one by one, and then even like that showed how much like sauce yung libro ni Inktober was. Like, dude, kung if people are able to like call it out through that slightest bit of information, dude, you be sauce.
that's true. And then there are also people saying rin na, nowadays it's hard to be original.
Ah,
Everything that you do is basically a copy or a modified version of the past. And then for me lang is, sure, you can go with that argument. But then if you're aware that you're just doing a modified version of someone's work, isn't it ethical to let that person know that you want to modify what they have created to make it more modern?
I feel
Kasi
like yeah.
it well with me rin na you're going to monetize something like this.
Uh, I feel like it's like maybe those people have never went to college or like did a thesis, because it's basically that, like how theses are like basically the same shit recycled over and over again. Yung mga research paper, you look at the reference and then you get parts of that to make your own shit, and you even if like nawala yung whole original part, like you still credited yung kinuha mong part, and like at least gave acknowledgement na you got it from here, versus yung kay Jake Parker wherein at first he denied uh similarities, 'di ba?
Oh
And
yeah.
he
But then
denied, yeah.
if you check yung Inktober na page,
Yeah.
naka-refer. And I'm like, boy.
Dude, you got caught. And even if he said, like, even with that statement na he never what do you call this, he wasn't aware of this person's book, if the book came out and then yun nga sobrang similarities, it's on him for never bothering on like crediting yung source material niya, which is the
Yeah.
whole definition of plagiarism.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand the meaning of words.
So I guess, yeah, that's the reason why I don't feel like joining Inktober anymore. Parang pagod na ako.
That too. I mean,
2020 has been shit.
how
So,
how many Inktovers have you done though?
um, I never finished the whole month, but I have joined it for like 3, 4 years.
Ooh. Pero busy with
Never
work.
ACADS nung time na
Ah,
yun. Because
okay.
back in
Wow.
college, um, I was juggling 4 jobs.
Damn. You be hustling, girl. Respect.
Buhay ng walang allowance.
Oo nga, no. Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
I'm so
So,
privileged,
yeah,
man.
medyo parang yun yung peak, wala talaga akong oras. As much as I want, wala akong oras.
Yeah, at least wala ka ng unnecessary baggage for next month since di ka na mag Inktober. Or unless may sasali ka na iba.
It's more of sariling
Okay,
gawa.
that's nice.
Kasi diba yung comics ko are mostly dark-based. Or at least supposedly dark-based. Nagiging wholesome siya masyado. Kailangan
Oh,
ko ibalik.
wow. Naging
So,
wholesome kasi you're at home all day. Wala ka ng negative energy masyado. Except for yourself. Parang ganun ba?
yes and no. Parang ang hirap kasi, I guess, mahirap right now. Okay, okay. Multiple things. One, a
Okay.
wholesome answer is that I have my own Discord server, diba? With,
Tama,
ano,
no.
I try to make sure that I'm in close contact with my followers because I like being able to chat with them, get to know
La.
them, and so, everyone's so supportive and so wholesome na it's hard for you to be in that mindset na maging dark or
Wow.
dark things kasi everyone is just being so nice. And then second, um, medyo takot rin ako recently to write or maglabas ng dark themes kasi everyone on the internet, especially nowadays sa 2020, are easily offended.
Ah,
So
dark themes. I thought like you were scared because everybody's already in a negative mood with the pandemic. Tas ayaw mo magdagdag ng additional stress. Di
parang
pala.
ganun na din.
Okay.
It's like I make like 'di ba nag-art rant ako before?
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And then naglabas ako ng about political stuff or something about yung breaking up with friends, gano'n. And then I would get
Ooh.
messages and comments from people. Like yung last na art rant ko about losing friends. Parang one of them said, okay, trigger warning. Pero one of them said na it made them feel suicidal afterwards. And medyo parang natakot ako doon. Kasi my
Yeah.
comics aren't supposed to make you feel that way. Or at least I don't want my comics to make you feel that way. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry that these emotions that I have about this topic made you feel that way. Or at least na reawaken yung inner feelings mo about it. And I guess that's one of the most scary things about posting online.
Yeah. As a
You,
content creator.
yeah, you don't often think about those things kasi your main objective lagi is just to share your thoughts, share your work, share your content. It sometimes doesn't um it doesn't register in your head na shoots what if this is translated negatively and
Okay.
people have different perspectives on these things.
Actually, medyo, well, when you're starting out, I feel like you'd never think about that. Tapos there will be at least that one person. Like for example, though, the example that you said, there'll always be that one guy or person na sasabihin nila their experience, their uh other side of the coin na reaction, and then you'd be like so surprised na it parang it awakens you to like start considering other people more. And
Yeah.
by that type of yung parang pag dahil nangyari yon, what happened to me was I became more careful with the content I'm putting out, and minsan it's responsibly, it makes me responsible, but at the same time may unnecessary like paranoia or overthinking na nangyayari that prevents me from doing anything I used to do, parang ganon.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like one is yeah, like what you said, na it opens your eyes to the responsibility that you have as a content creator. But then ayun yeah, it also limits your voice.
Yeah.
Because of that, naghihinder rin yung the reason why people followed you in the first place. So now it boils down whether or not do you want to change your brand or your voice just to suit these people, or do you want to continue be doing what you want. And kung i-unfollow ka ng mga tao, di that's on them that they're not your market. Yung ganon.
Yeah. Ikaw, what was your what's ang tawag dito? Decision? Nag-compromise ka ba or did
I
you?
compromised at first. Like, if you notice, after nun, medyo I died down on the dark themed stuff.
Okay. Tapos
Especially
yeah, okay.
July,
Ooh.
August. For like 3 months. So, ayun. And then, I don't know, I just felt, after that, doon ako hindi breakdown, pero parang na-burnout ako.
Okay.
Because it's not the kind of content that I wanted for myself. And I don't feel like I was being true to myself. That's why starting September onwards, although mag-break ako sa November, but
Oh,
that's why I'm
birthday,
looking
birthday,
forward for,
birthday.
yeah, birthday month. Hiatus.
Okay. Birthday hiatus. Yeah, go get that
Silang
break,
masabi,
girl.
wala silang masabi, "Bakit ka magha-hi sa November, birthday ko." Ano ba yun?
Be like, oh man, that's my birthday gift for myself. Hashtag self care.
Yeah, pero that's the reason why sa October, I wanna go back to the dark themed stuff.
Dahil October siya. Spoopy dapat.
Yeah, it's perfect na within the brand that I want, and then it's October spoopy month. And then ayokong sumali sa Inktober, so I make my
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yung sa akin, like, I also had to compromise with some content of mine. Because back then, especially back then, I cringe. Yung parang sobrang edgy comment. Napaka-edgy ko, boy. Sobrang edgy yung content ko. And eventually, I appreciated like the edginess of like other of like the comment section or like yung mga ganon. But I didn't like what they were becoming. Like some were like straight up offensive na
oh,
or racist. And then I was like, yeah, maybe no. I shouldn't like associate myself with that type of like demographic basically. So yung compromise ko is like to get a better demographic. Ayoko yung ano yung sobrang weird na humor, yung edgelord humor. Like I like it from time to time, but I like it done with by the right people. I don't like some like 13-year-old trying to be an edgelord on my comment section. I'm like, nah man, that doesn't work out.
okay. Although medyo confused ako sa term edgelord.
Uh okay,
I have
dank memes.
comments. I have had comments of people commenting on my comic saying, edgelord or so much edge in this comic, and I'm like, where?
Yeah. They're,
Hindi ko feel. So it made me think that am I though?
I think the term edge lord is like for me, huh? It's mostly like it's similar to the what's that eighth grader syndrome yung sa Japan.
Ayun, chunibyo.
There, I can never say that word. But that one,
Intensifies. Reject.
anime. Yeah. Basically that's like the edge lord version. That's like how I could translate what an edge lord is. It's like they live inside this bubble and they want it to be in that bubble. So like the way they act, the way they do stuff is like medyo out of the norm and they think they're cool when really
Ah,
they aren't.
so may pagka-edgelord nga ako.
I get no, well, if you want to be an edge lord, sige lang.
But
Uh,
at least, I don't find it cringy.
well,
Uh,
there are me kasi ano I cringe a lot. But I make puns. Yeah, I hate it. I hate making puns na because I'm like I consider myself like a professional in making puns. Like I am good. And I hate it when people try to one up me in making puns and then they just say like any generic answer ever. I'm like, oh god damn it. Why? Like I make a pun and then suddenly there's this guy who'd be like, oh, I make puns too. The people at work call me the Punisher. And I'm like, ah,
uh,
I can do
uh,
something bad. I can like say a bad pun like out if I want to, pero that one's like, dude, that's like how many times have you used that line? Yeah.
oh, fair enough, fair enough.
Ganun yung cringe. Yeah.
Gusto ko tuloy makita yung mga, dating works na edgy tuloy.
Well, this is Tapastic naman siya, pero it's more of hmm, ano ba yung, it's not that edgy, I guess. It's just dumb. Minsan kasi ano I at the time when I made bad puns, that was the time nobody knew what the word puns were. Like yeah, they would ask me ano yung meaning ng puns, and then I would always be like, it's basically a joke, and then they'd be like, okay, nice, and and then the whole term bad puns is like basically bad jokes, and ngayon there are people who'd be like, bad puns, that's not, there's no such thing. Puns are already bad, or like yung mga ganun na common reactions ko na I'm like, why? Why do people know this word? God damn it.
It
And
was,
yeah,
at tawag dito, nakatawa yung sasabihin ko. Pero
tungkol sa
parang,
puns.
yeah, parang it's an icon of its time. Parang gano'n.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, like businesses making puns. Or like, everybody's been doing making puns recently na yung yeah. I was lucky to get the title Bad Puns before it blew up. And when everyone's doing puns now, it's like, yeah, I'm the pun guy. Fuck y'all.
Actually, every time ko na makikita kong yung mga memes ng page na ang haba ng talaga ang haba pangalan ng page na yun.
Page na nagpapaalala pa tayo ng comics.
Ayun, kailangan natin ng nickname. Pero anyway,
Na,
every time lalabas sila ng meme about puns, ikaw yung
yeah.
unang maalala. So parang, tungkol sa'yo ba 'to?
Actually, no. There are other people who think of a different. Pag nakita ko yung comment section, tapos tungkol sa puns, and then they use a different name, I'm like, god damn it. I'm irrelevant now.
Ah,
But
it's
yeah,
time to find a new
I mean, I'm the mango guy now. Nawala na yung puns eh.
yeah.
Naging mango guy now. It works.
Nagso-sponsor pa nga ng dried mangoes, eh, shit.
Yeah,
How to
I'm waiting for them to like reach out ulit. Wala na akong stock dito.
Puwede mo gawin yun, para to reach out. Alam mo ba ang vaccine para sa COVID ay
No, I
dried
don't want to do that, man. That's fake news. Actually, I was using that excuse sa bahay kasi they're like when COVID hit, then they were like my parents were like panicking about health and shit. I was like, I eat a lot of dried mangoes. I'm safe. I eat a lot of dried mangoes, guys. Healthy as fuck. And they would laugh about it.
vitamins 'to. Vitamins and minerals, charot.
Yeah.
Hindi ko alam kung ano yung health benefits ng dried mangoes.
Alam ko lang is fiber eh, which is like the same sa banana lang.
Eh, di happiness, charot. 'Di ba
Yeah. Oh, happiness. Nice. Let's go with happiness. Magandang excuse yan. I'm dying. Here, have some dried mangoes. It will give you happiness.
how fortunate that I am dying, charot. Alam mo yung tawag dito, ah, yung I'm depressed and then sasabihin, "You're happy," gano'n. And then instead sasabihin, "I'm depressed for my rainbows." It's basically the same thing.
uh, damn. Nagme-memes na tayo dito. Shit.
It always comes back to this.
Uh, has being kasi content creator ka. I guess you rely a lot on having a big knowledge over memes. Tama ba?
Yeah, I think it's a requirement.
How
Kailangan
much
di sa me.
may mga meme accounts ka bang fina-follow or like where's your source of memes?
Mostly Facebook. Like, if ever may friend ako na mag-share ng meme, I click on it, and then ina-next ko siya.
Ooh, para instant meme
Through that
page.
pages, so I go through that page's whole
Wow.
album. And then kung may nakita kong nakakatuwa, I save it, and then I share it sa
Wow.
stories ko.
Grabe, you're so brave. Kasi ano eh, basically you're going down the rabbit hole, which is what the social dilemma told us not to.
So,
Oh, nga, no, you watched that movie pa na recently.
social media.
I love,
I
ikaw muna.
sobrang I don't even know where to start. Sobrang ano, the whole movie was just BS to me. But then again, benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying that maybe it's BS to me because one, I'm not a teenage girl, and
Yeah.
two, I'm not from the States.
Also,
So I don't think we have the same privileges as them. Na tayo, at least tayo, we are forced to have. I'm sorry, this is gonna sound so wrong and so somewhat racist
okay.
towards white people, if that's a thing.
Okay.
Anyway, parang I'd like to believe we have more self-control and more tawag dito, more manage, parang may time management tayo kasi we have to find a way to survive. Like ang hirap to
Yeah,
live.
yeah. We're not privileged basically. We need to work. So, if as much as like we can like browse stuff online, we have to let it like put that shit down to work. Parang ganon.
And like how social media natin is now also partly work based.
Yeah.
Like we have meetings on ano, we have meetings on Discord, we have meetings on Facebook and Twitter. Like sometimes mag-message sa akin yung boss ko sa Twitter na parang, uy, online ka dito. So like, shit. Unlike states na Facebook is just really a social media account na is separated from work,
And it's
emails.
parang may mas malaki yung stigma or yeah, mas malaki yung stigma on like being on Facebook sa US compared sa like here. Here it's normal. Like you're basically a normal person if you have Facebook here.
It's a requirement.
Yeah, it's a requirement. There, yeah, you can be a normal person without Facebook, but at the same time, it's only for personal use, like family lang.
Yeah.
Kaya puro, conspiracy theories and shit.
Ayun. So feeling ko maybe a social dilemma. I mean, I do know it's a problem, but maybe
Yeah.
it's not a universal problem. It's not a problem here in the Philippines. Maybe
I feel like yeah, there are some people who I like the reactions I saw when the movie came out. Like especially the people who watched it, they'd be like, "Oh my god, this is so true." Hashtag woke or like, like I could say like as an in the whole advertising part, it is accurate. Pero in terms of like uh the psychology of it, it's mostly US and not from our part. And the only thing that was bad was the whole the stuff that are beyond the local government or like for example like the Philippines, the stuff that's beyond the Philippines is like the whole algorithm which mas pinupush yung these political people kasi they paid more or like yung sino ba yun? Fuck. Yung kay Mark, yung Cambridge Analytica with the whole Marquesas, like
yeah.
we are we are unaware tayo doon kasi that shit's not even based in the Philippines. At the same time, like it's out of the scope of parang out of the scope of the country. Kaya we can't really do shit. So yeah, that's the only problem lang naman. Like the stuff out of bounds basically is the problem, which is like sa social media sites and or people na third party towards social media sites like yung kay Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah. I feel like another problem could be is how parenting works also in the States.
How
Like
so?
sa atin kasi, kunwari, kumakain tayo ng dinner, tapos nasa phone ka. Tapos may text yung mom mo, tapos lalabas na siya ng, ano, ng tsinelas or ng walik. Tapos bababoy yan. Ganun. At you don't see those scenes in the States. Like feeling, if I recall correctly, parang parents aren't allowed to hurt their children.
Yeah,
Like, salita lang sila.
parang
That's why
no
maybe that's why,
spanking sila eh.
yeah. So maybe that's why mas may entitlement to yung children.
Sa
I feel
bagay.
I mean, diba, I think you mentioned to me before, yun dun nawala yung ano mo,
Ah yeah,
yung
there's a part in the movie wherein the documentary wherein like gumawa sila ng dramatization of like the cookie jar shit wherein they put phones in the cookie jar tapos it wasn't even like a minute or so the girl snapped and I'm like what the fuck.
Tapos sinira niya yung cookie jar just to get the phone.
Yeah,
Tapos hindi niya kumain ng dinner kasi sa phone lang siya. Yung
I like
ganon.
the only thing that was nice about the scene was that the girl got protective glasses. Pero what the fuck?
Shed siya. Parang, there are protective glasses in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Okay.
like wow, okay. That's like, honey, I put the protective glasses here in case, one of our kids suddenly picks up a hammer in the kitchen and wants to destroy a cookie jar you just bought. God damn. Yeah, I didn't like the dramatization. Eh. The only thing
Yeah.
that was felt nice was like the whole, was that the center, the extreme center. Yan yung ano eh, yan yung, the fake news part which is funny, like a good joke. Pero overall, the dramatization was like too much.
Yeah, I think ever since that scene onwards, naging to the extreme na siya. Kasi I
Yeah.
tried to, diba, dun sila nag-uusap na, I'm sure you can't use your phone in like a week, you know. And like a montage of the guy sa room niya nakahiga lang. So, parang, boy, wala ka bang PS4? Wala ka bang Switch?
Wala siyang friends.
And then because of that, parang never na niya kinakausap yung friends niya. Parang hindi ba kayo nagkikita sa school?
I mean,
Kausap?
in like comparing like households here and with the US, they must free sila to like hang out with like people in their neighborhood. Why the hell would you like stay indoors like the whole 3 days? Like why can't you go socialize like a normal human being? Here naman ano eh, you can just stay at home.
I guess
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt again. Maybe it's one of those things na, it's just there. So you don't actually do it. Kind of
Yeah.
like, example is like, kunwari, may kaibigan ka na malapit lang sa house mo. The chances of you actually going out and meeting that friend is lower compared to a friend who, kunwari, came from the States and then nag-visit sa Pilipinas. Mas
Sabagay.
hahanapan mo siya paras. Kasi, bihira ka lang naman nandito eh. Unlike with a friend, dyan ka lang naman lagi. Ganun.
Sabagay. But
So
yeah.
benefit for that. But again, it's like you have better ways to do with your time than just lie around waiting for 1 week to get your phone back.
I feel like it's because we you're an artist, Ren. Kaya if you see like that guy wasting his day, not doing anything, like triggering, like man, I couldn't finish a lot of commissions that time. God damn.
Or I don't know, feeling ko rin kasi a phone is a pocket version of a laptop rin. So I'd like to believe my laptop rin siya. So the same
Okay.
things you do on a phone you can do on a laptop.
Yeah, yeah, which is weird, cause like, why is our social media only on the phone? I mean, wala ka mong browser.
Uh, yun lang.
Wait. The girl in Social Dilemma. I think she pointed it out. Wherein she's like, I'm on the internet. I'm like, and then well, she wasn't on social media. She was on the internet, and that can happen. Like that's much better. Pero what the fuck, man? The guy legit like cuts himself off just because he's not on social media, which is weird.
Yeah. I still talk to friends even though I'm in social media. I
Yeah.
mean, may video chats pa naman tayo, gano'n. Podcasts, gano'n.
Yeah, for
Weird.
what I man, I'm starting so high. One thing that I do realize lang about that social dilemma was like the what I like lang about the documentary is the amount of effort uh this tech people actually put into a product. Like it reminds me of like when I'm making comics, right? Or like as a content creator, like when we're putting out shit, but we tend to like think of like how would this do? How the analytic? Shit, I just said the bad. uh like we strategize like the way we promote our stuff, yung parang marketing shit. Like what we were talking about kanina na trying to be responsible with our content. It's like the same way like those people were trying not responsible. We're trying to like conceptualize this shit that they're making, social media. So that was the nice like POV lang. Like, nice. You guys worked hard. Didn't
That's
know.
true. But then it's not something that you need a documentary
Yeah.
to know about. Feeling like there's a part of me na medyo naiinis rin sa documentary na, sorry, puro negative sinasabi ko.
It's
Pero
okay. Get it out there.
yung ano, tawag dito, they got all these social media um engineers
Yeah.
to the documentary to make it sound or look more legit.
I guess, yeah. That's one way.
And parang medyo, so are you trying to tell me na you're not happy with the job that you're doing, or you think that you're yung okay, alam mong mali yung ginagawa ninyo, but yet you still continue to do it. Alam mo that you are also being a victim to the things that you're putting into these programs. What are you doing about it? What are your solutions? Ganyan, ganyan. And I was waiting for that, like in the end part of the
Yeah, 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 yeah. Their end solution is I don't make my children use it.
sabihin nila na parang, oh, maybe the government should tax it. Yun, yun. So, you're leaving it to the government when you know you're the ones who started all this. And then there were also people saying, oh, maybe we can make an AI. And then there was another person that says, oh, but AIs can't do it. Parang you make a documentary because by the end, you want to give a solution.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how,
Medyo blurry yung solution nila eh. Yeah.
yeah, parang they give a solution and then the next person that they interview gives a counter argument to that solution. So it ruins the whole point. So that's why may bitter taste yung ending ng documentary sa akin kasi it ends up looking worse than it actually is.
Yeah, it
Yung
just
problem.
shows nga that this is a problem. Just doesn't say like the whole taxing part sounds smart, but at the same time, wish they should be like don't they have like a union or like they should like find the way to change yung nangyayari since they're aware of it.
Yeah. Tapos isa pa yung medyo parang natawa na nainis ako was, di ba they were in a conference with mga judges and lawyers and mga congressmen. And then one of, I
Was that guy who was promoting ethics?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then one of the panelists were like saying na, do you see this getting worse in the future? And they said yes. And then, okay, then I'm glad that by the time that I'm dead, this isn't my problem anymore. And I'm like, bro, that's not supposed to be the mindset that you have. If you know a problem that you can fix now, fix it now. So you're going to leave it to someone else. And then yung reason lang nila is, oh, it's because I don't know anything about social media or how the internet works. Then educate yourself. You're in this
Yeah.
position.
What I yung aking takeaway lang though is that the social dilemma is like a good thing lang to show to boomers. Yeah, I feel like it's mostly boomer directed eh. uh yeah, cuz they don't know how social media works and they should be aware, especially in the US, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's mostly in the US. Yung people sharing fake news and shit.
But then again, most of the people, let's be honest, most of the people who share fake news are the boomers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kaya nga, it's like, uh, mga,
So, are the kids really the problem?
yeah.
Ayun lang. Hindi ako anti-boomer. Disclaimer lang. I just have strong feelings about this. Kasi again, it's like, I owe majority of my success
Career.
and my income in my career because of the internet. And only for it to be seen this way is medyo parang, so are you telling me na wag ako mag-post? Are you telling me not to get, my ad revenues?
Yeah, they were like, just saying, it's also weird, like, 'cause, like, they never touched up on the content creator part. which was weird because they were like showing a lot of content creator na yung gumagawa ng mga fake news and shit. Like
Yeah.
they never touch up on like how they're incentivizing these social medias are incentivizing this type of content, and that's what they should be more like. They should try to avoid people, or like teach them na not to click on like this type of video or share this type of shit, because not only does it promote or send the wrong meaning, it also incentivizes creators to like make this type of content because there's money involved. Yung mga ganon.
And parang throughout the whole documentary, parang there's only a handful of positive things that they said about the internet.
Which
Like,
is
yeah, parang they said they were able to connect people, they were able to create mga GoFundMes, ganon. But they never thought about what about the people who have businesses online, or those um who want to start a business. It's easier now to start a business online than it is, in person, or to open up a shop, because it's cheaper, it's free. It's easier to reach your target audience by doing it online. Yung ganon. They
yeah,
just,
they focus more on the advertising part than the
yeah,
actual business.
or like, yeah. They didn't focus too much on the positives of the internet. I think it was just one or two people who said about yung GoFundMe, or like yung mga Grab na, oh, you can get a cab, and then in just an hour you're there in your destination na, yung ganon.
Ooh.
And then but then they're not it's not the positive things weren't like a part of the outline of the whole documentary. It was like said in passing lang.
Yeah.
Wala rin kwenta. So the whole documentary is just them saying, oh, the internet bad. Oh my
Into
gosh, naalala ko yung nagtaas sila ng, chart about suicide rates of
ah
teenagers.
yeah.
And then, suicide rates have been climbing ever since 2011. And do you know when social media happened? 2009. And I'm like, are you sure there's nothing else that happened in 2009?
I mean, they did say na no, like there's some points that were like made sense, pero the whole graph, like it just showed that the majority of the cause was social media, which is like, nah, bruh.
Yeah, but I think you need to do more research. You need to back up
I
that
mean,
claim.
they also mentioned yung mga shootings rin eh, which was like,
But then, are you sure that the shootings are because of
yeah,
social media? I mean, bullying has been around
even
since.
before internet.
Uh,
And yeah,
and then, are you sure the shootings are the problem of the internet, or is it because of the gun control laws that we
yeah,
recently?
diba? It's so dumb eh.
Because we have the internet in the Philippines, but we don't have mass shootings.
I mean, most countries that
Most countries don't have mass shootings.
yeah,
Fair.
most countries don't have mass shootings. Uh, but yeah, yeah, with the whole like the suicidal rate. Um, for example, I'm not to undermine naman the people who lost their lives on suicide. It's not just social media might be like a factor wherein they felt threatened, or like there's some people who lost their life because of social media, but that wasn't like the only thing. Like there are uh like what's the thing I'm trying to say, it is like an illness as well, not just because it's amplified by the social media. It's a mind mentality, not just some app they that people think is the root cause. Parang masyadong ano, it's like the whole video games thing. It's like saying, oh, video games is the reason of mass shooting because they have guns in this video game. It's kind of like that with the whole them blaming social media or the internet in general.
That's true. Feeling ko kasi rin na they blame the internet because there's no one else they want to blame. Kasi parang ano, if you blame gun control or parang the laws, it's like you're attacking the government. But if you blame the internet, you're not attacking anyone. Kasi the internet isn't handled by just one person.
Sabagay. Yeah.
It's a safe um fall through na, oh, it's the internet's fault. Yung gano'n. And then end of discussion.
Yeah. It's uh, but yes, that movie. Have you watched Enola Holmes?
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm at
Sobrang excited nung Friday. Yeah, nung Friday. Like, I was so excited to get out of work para lang panoorin ko siya. And then, nakalimutan ko I had a paper pala to. It was June at 8 o'clock. And then natapos ko yung movie at like 7:30. And then I was fangirling sa stories ko. And then dumating yung mom ko. Natapos mo na yung paper? Oh shit, wait.
That's
That
nice.
excited.
Uh, when I saw it, the first thing that went actually my parents spoiled it na to me. And
Oh
then
no.
I'm like, I won't enjoy this na. It got spoiled. And actually,
Pero,
I kind of like didn't. It was weird because I was like, wait, this isn't anyway. Like it's became like it's so obvious it was a kids movie. And like, kind of like a kids movie, but there are people getting like murdered. So I'm like kind of confused in what direction this movie was gonna be.
actually, that makes sense.
Because it's not like a typical Sherlock Holmes movie wherein it's was it detective. It was kind of like a lesser version of Nancy Drew because Nancy Drew kind of still had the detective part, but
Hindi
uh
siya, snooper lang siya. Yung gano'n.
yeah, because there was this one scene that didn't make sense at all, which was the getting Enola out of boarding school. Yung
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, ever since that scene onwards, doon na ako may problema with the movie. It all fell apart to me
Yeah,
ever since.
yeah. It could have been a good series. Like they could have stretched it out a bit.
Yeah. Actually,
I mean, they should
so
have.
yung movie, natapos mo na yung movie, right?
What?
Natapos mo na yung
Yep,
movie?
yep, yep, yep.
Okay, okay. So yung reklamo ko overall sa movie is how they treated the mom. Like, I would have liked na she remained a mystery at the end, or siya yung parang Moriarty. Like, the mom is the Moriarty to Enola.
It became like ano what's that movie? What's that series called? Uh, Series of Unfortunate Events.
Ah, yeah. Mm-mm.
It's more
Pero,
close to that.
like, what I always said to friends who watched the movie is that what I liked is that they're a family, like, they are smart. They are a
Yeah.
family of smart, logical people, but they treat their logic differently.
What do you
Like,
mean?
see Sherlock. Like, Sherlock uses his logic for fun kasi he finds it fun to, be smarter than other people, to be able to solve problems before them, ganon. He does it out of pretty clout, pero for his own entertainment.
Yeah, yeah.
Lola uses her logic for out of empathy and compassion based
Ooh.
sa story with the goat is that I know na it's gonna be dangerous to save the goat on the cliff edge, but I still want to find a way to save it because yun nga, she's compassionate, she's kind, she thinks of other people first. And then I wanted sana the mom to be like the complete opposite, that she uses her logic out of selfish reasons and what she thinks is what's
Right.
best.
Yeah. Like yung political yung Tea Party
Yeah,
something, yeah.
and then yung bombs and all that, yung tipo wala siyang pake about ethics.
And
What matters is
while what's that? Parang chaotic neutral. Ano yung mga unlawful good. uh,
unlawful neutral, I think
Yeah,
yung mom.
yeah,
I don't see
parang
her as neutral, pero I don't see her as good either. So neutral yung mom, but
yeah.
she's that chaotic type.
I guess it makes sense yung mga ano na, na at least the character types like they did well with the with like uh separate what's the term, giving life to the characters except for the mother. The mother's like
Ah,
you can't
sobrang
really
sayang,
say.
sobrang sayang.
Yeah, they should have like saved her for a sequel if ever like.
Yeah. And I would have liked it na the mom is went missing na talaga after all that. And then it now really opens the question whether or not Enola found herself, quote unquote, or
Yeah.
still continuing to look for the mom because she still can't find herself. Which is the overall message of the movie.
Yeah. It was weird, but yeah, yung I kind of zoned out yung part where they were already like solving the whole thing, and I'm like, like the whole what's that thing? Put your feet in water to like
Yeah, to attract the sharks.
yeah, and then that whole thing was like, what is going on?
Medyo bobo movie.
Yeah.
Yung so why are we going there? What's the plan? I don't have a plan. Parang, girl.
And then so
Girl.
yeah, it's it. They have no plan. Suddenly the guy, I'm always prepared. I have this bulletproof vest. I will
Yeah.
not get
Yeah.
killed.
Ever since the boarding school onwards, yun
Girl,
na yung
the
umano yung
boarding school was so dumb because like Enola knew that the headmaster mistress would like stop the guy, and yet she still went on with it.
right.
Like what?
Tapos nainis rin ako dun sa scene, dun sa may flower shop ng guy. Yung tipo, we have
Okay.
to hide. Hide somewhere. And then nahuli pa rin sila nung tumago sila kasi siyempre they went to the most suspicious place kung saan siya. Where
Yeah.
everyone is. So parang, girl! Stress levels ko.
Yeah.
Isip ka, yung gano'n.
Well, it's an entertaining movie. I don't like the like the. I feel like it's overhyped, but it's good in a way.
It's
Yeah,
enjoyable.
I like
It,
seeing what's her name, Millie Bobby Brown,
Millie,
actually
Millie
talk.
Brown. Yeah, Millie Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually act. I mean, yung Stranger Thing medyo ano siya. You don't see
Wala.
her
Sigaw lang
skills.
sa
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I still enjoyed the movie. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of, like, 10 out of 10, I would recommend it to someone because I want to talk about it with someone.
I mean, it's okay to
I,
recommend it. It's a movie you'd recommend people for the sake
uh,
na it's a fun movie because you know people would like it in a way.
And then I like rin kasi what I like the most about the movie rin is that they give out minor details na akala mo, they just mentioned it in passing para lang character development or whatever. But then they recall back to those minor details.
Like the flower shit.
Yeah, like yung flowers or like yung si Dash. Like at first akala ko yung mentioning of Dash is just to make sure Sherlock and Enola connect. Parang may connection. Oh, he actually cares, yung ganon. But then it became an integral part ng conversations and ng mga messages na nandun si Dash.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
parang those are the minor things that I liked about it. But overall, I wouldn't give the movie a 10 out of 10 rating. Maybe
Yeah.
mga 8 out of 10.
I mean, it has its problems. It's
Yeah.
but it's yung one thing I kind of like cannot unsee is what's his who's yung si Sherlock. Yung
Honest,
the actor is like really buff that it's so weird seeing that he's the only one with like the super fitted outfit and everybody's like wearing like oversized clothing. I'm like, wow, Sherlock be ballin', like he ain't playing around. His clothes are like fitted as hell.
I mean, he is both Superman and The
But
Witcher.
yeah.
Si
Yeah,
Sherlock.
it's so funny and like saying, oh my god, like they really like gave him the Witcher body, the whole.
You know, you
Uh,
have to give reason, you have to give some people reason to actually watch through the whole movie. And sometimes it happens.
Nice. I like it. I like it. But what else? Okay. Let's ano pa yung mga chika na meron mo? We talked about Inktober. We talked about the social dilemma.
I
Uh,
was surprised when you raised that, yeah. Kasi parang shit, I have so many emotions about this movie.
well, I feel like I got affected when I watched it. I felt hindi man ano like I liked it. I like the movie because it addresses parts wherein I do with my work, like the whole trying to not to manipulate, like trying to read my demographic and like create content that like goes towards that. Basically, yung algorithm lang, the whole talk about uh yeah. That part lang gusto eh. The rest is like weird shit na eh.
There are good things and bad things about the documentary rin naman. Like for me, one of the good things is that it lets people think about it. Like you get to meet the people who are actually willing to think through the whole issue and discuss it. Like they don't just consume a medium or a media and then think of it as, okay, this is reality, this is the truth, without questioning it. So you get to meet the people who are actually thinking through things and people who are just accepting ng lagi what they see.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. But yeah. Social
But
dilemma. You guys
also,
go watch it.
but then it's also, it's dangerous for the people who don't actually think through it.
Ah. Yeah.
Na, okay, this is reality, this is true, this is
I
facts.
feel like you should just show it to your parents. As many boomers as you can. That's the goal of the movie. Show it to as many boomers as you can.
Oh my God. But then again, feeling ko it has something to do with the fact that Netflix has been releasing subpar content
I
recently.
mean, they can't make content na eh. Like, it's hard. I mean, yeah. With the
Yeah, kasi
pandemic.
I know they also released mga quote unquote documentaries of like illustrations and graphic design. And I was excited to
Really? What's the series called?
wait, sinad ko yun sa isang wait.
It's about art in
Yeah,
general. Okay, that sounds cool.
abstract, the art of design.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've seen it.
So they have like different versions ng like for illustrations, for graphic
Yeah, yeah,
design,
yeah.
for texture, ganun ganon. And it was nice, pero at the end, parang it was nice seeing all these different artworks, art forms, and how they reached that. But at the end of the documentary, it's like, okay, so nag-portfolio showing lang tayo. Wala akong
Uh, yeah.
it was just that. And then like inis na ako was the episode about illustration because it was just about this guy trying to think of a concept for New York Times na na cover. And yun lang. At the end,
I wait.
meron
I
na siya.
think I've seen that. That's old. I feel like that's old already.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yung
27.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've watched that. Uh, yeah. Majority ng mga documentaries sa Netflix. There are a few gems. Mostly it's shit. Like may parang docu series yung ginawa on like true crimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are nice. I
Yeah,
like that.
it is nice, but at the same time, like it's like a History Channel series lang, wherein they just
Yeah.
say the same stuff over and over again until you'd be like, oh wow,
Like it's
nice
Netflix
history.
trying to look for its niche market or
Yeah,
trying to market na. Especially since ang dami ng
streaming
um,
service.
streaming services and they have to find a way to up themselves.
Yeah,
So I feel like that's one.
Yeah,
Alam
so far this year there hasn't been much good shows. I mean,
I have you heard of Cuties?
I will never watch that. I, I do know that wasn't US. I feel like if it was a US show, it would have like gotten more problems, or it would have been like resolved.
US.
I feel like it's like from France. It's a different country. Eh. None of
Yeah,
it.
it was from France.
Yeah, France. Yun.
The mere fact that it was showed on Netflix
Ah,
that
yeah,
showed
yeah,
the US ano. Nagwala ako ng onte was naglabas kasi ng public announcement si
yeah.
Netflix.
Okay.
And then someone asked na, so do you support pedophilia, yes or no? 'Di ba? So normally you would answer no because it's unethical. But
Yeah.
then Netflix went and said na we have no stance on the matter. We support all types of morals, media, religion, and gano'n. They're like,
What
no,
the
no,
fuck?
stop.
Oh no.
Wait, I
Yeah.
sent sa isang friend ko. Wait, hanapin ko yung exactly na sinabi niya. Yun. Oh,
I
wait,
feel
Netflix.
okay. You find that I'll talk about it.
Wait,
That type of shit is dangerous.
yeah, like Netflix says, we cannot really comment on that. But while we believe in creative freedom, at Netflix we respect all religions and their cultures, traditions, and values. Medyo parang,
Okay. Yeah.
concerning. Like, it was a simple yes or no to supporting pedophilia. So it's almost like saying na, yeah, we support it.
It's oh my god, that's so stupid. Wow. That was like the worst PR shit ever.
Diba? Like, did you know? Like, I have a friend kasi from the States who said na ever since Cuties came out and then they released their public statement, they lost around like 800 million.
Dollars or users?
Um, dollars. I
Okay.
know it was, we were talking about money nung time na yun. Anyway, lost around like 800 million just because a lot of people unsubscribed because of Cuties.
Damn.
And then like there's a part of me that's kind of happy kasi okay, good for these people to know when to cut off a toxic streaming site. But then another part of me is like, but then if this happens, hindi ba mababa si Netflix? There's a possibility na mawawalan ng sales si Netflix. And it could end with them taking out people
Yeah.
to cut off on costs. And then do I really am I about to celebrate the fact that there's a possibility
People
people will
losing their jobs. Yeah.
during a pandemic? And am I ready to accept the fact that if something happens to Netflix because of this, are we ready to have Disney Plus as when there's literally nothing on Disney
Nothing new. Nothing new.
except Mandalorian? But then
I mean, I would actually like to have Disney Plus sa Philippines. Dahil lang, I want to relive my childhood. Pero, they have nothing new, so like, I'm like, okay, sana lang, like, I want them to like, not have anything new. That way I could just finish up. I really want to watch kasi Lizzie McGuire.
oh
Kasi,
yeah, is it in Disney Plus ba?
yeah, the old shows are there.
Ah,
That's one reason why I want the Disney Plus. The old shows.
okay,
Reliving
understand.
my childhood, man.
I want to rewatch Kim Possible rin nga. So that
Ah, yes, I need my old shows.
but I think ang dami rin kasi issues with with Disney Plus. Like
Ah,
yung Love Simon ba yun?
di ba Netflix yun?
Alam ko Disney Plus has like a LGBT show rin eh.
Yung animated series?
No, no, no. It was live action rin siya.
Love Simon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says here.
It was supposed to be on Disney Plus.
Ooh,
So
okay.
that attract raw mga LGBTQ communities to subscribe to Disney
Ah,
Plus.
yeah, okay. Yeah, it says
And then
I googled
when
it. Ano
started
daw?
subscribing na, suddenly they moved Love Victor, sorry, hindi pala Love Simon.
Ah, live. Okay, Love Victor. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah.
They moved Love Victor to Hulu instead.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it now. Yeah, it says
But
here, Disney Plus dropped the series over family friendly. Wow,
yeah,
that
kasi
is.
homophobic ra kasi.
Dude, it's weird nga pag I've learned to like uh be weirded out na. I feel like it's with the times na rin. Pero yeah, it's weird when companies still especially parents still have like that stance of like thinking that anything LGBTQ related is be should be like 18 plus, which is
Yeah.
weird because like it's not just about sex, guys. But diba? It's
Ano lang ako is that, you know, I thought we were a conservative country. We're a very conservative country. I would
yeah.
have assumed that the states would be more progressive when it comes to these topics, but apparently hindi rin pala. So,
I feel like the US is progressive in like speaking out those type of topics. Pero companies are companies pa rin eh, you know. They still after the ones with the most money, which is people conservative yeah, conservative white people. Yan yung parang stereotype
hmm.
since they have you know wealth from uh the war or some shit.
Medyo parang it's a subject to think about rin minsan.
Yeah.
Kasi who said that conservative white people are the rich people? Yung ganon.
Yeah.
Where did it
I mean, most of like there are plenty of movies that talk like how this like yung mga Rockefeller movies were in not yung ano not yung kay Elton John yung movies were in Rocketman pala yun yung Rockefeller movies were in like they're like I used to be this poor kid but because I joined the war and found this thing we now billionaires yung mga ganun type of mindset which is like what dahil lang sa war mostly and it's weird. And then never talk that they're like conservative pero like it's obvious they're conservative. Yeah.
the world is weird.
Yes, the world is weird.
Especially sa 2020. Pucha.
How are you
But,
holding up though?
uh, better than others, that's what I can say. Like, fortunate.
Mentally or financially?
Hmm. Debatable.
Ooh. Well,
Kasi,
last I checked on our friendship. Nag-resign ka ng work mo, 'di ba? Or when was that?
I resigned last year to pursue, like, comics mismo. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted to do a career out of comics.
Oh,
And I, like,
we joined that convention eh.
yeah. Like, ang dami kong plano sana with, again, cons and merch and all that.
Yeah.
But then, because I can't even ship out orders. Like, I have like a backlog of orders na hindi ko ma-ship out because every time I go to Philpost, they're like, oh, we're not accepting it anymore. Pero pag pupunta ka if you go to their website or you go to their Facebook,
Yeah.
sabihin nila, "Oh, we accept packages for international." But when you go there, hindi namin kukunin. Hindi namin kukunin yan. I was like, so ano talaga?
Yeah, it's
So parang medyo I need to find a way of living. Kailangan ko po ng pera. So I had to apply for another job. And thankfully, I was able to get a job.
around this year or
This year, I started nung August lang.
ooh, wow. Get that money, girl.
Yeah. And thankful rin ako kasi it's an American company.
Nice. Get that money, girl. Yeah, make it rain.
So, ayun. They're not paying me American rates. It's still
Ah,
PH.
fuck.
Pero thinking about it, it's like it's better than nothing. It's
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than
I
waiting, just hoping that cons will come back.
yeah, actually I tried kailan ba yun? I think June. Yeah, around June. I tried finding. And then not June. Mga April, May pa pala. I tried finding work rin kasi I knew na fuck. This is gonna take longer than expected.
Yeah.
And when not like locally it's impossible to find jobs now.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Why nag-apply ako for international? Kasi same with you, I applied din around April.
yeah,
Kasi that's when lahat ng cons talaga nag-email na, oh, we're not pushing through.
yeah.
And then, there are some cons na hindi pa nagbibigay ng refund.
Yo, actually,
With the
I'm able to survive. I was able to survive like a few months dahil sa mga refunds ng conventions. Like I had to like, man, I have to use the
actually
money.
would same. Ah, so ayun. But then ever since April, May, June,
Yeah,
lahat ng Philippine companies that you apply for either, oh, we're not accepting na pala kasi we over parang estimated
yeah,
or parang underestimated the damage
pandemic.
of the pandemic. Like I remember I got a job na, and then I was supposed to like start around June, I think. And then biglang last minute sinabi sa akin na, we're not getting you na pala.
Sakit nun.
Right? Yung parang pinaaso mo ako.
I've been
And
there.
then there was also a few rin na, oh, we're so excited to get you na, ganyan. We'll keep you updated. And then
And
mga 2 weeks, 3 weeks, follow up ka, biglang i-ghost ka na lang. Well, why?
I,
So dun ako after that, dun ako nag-apply for, ano na.
international.
But then, medyo nakakatakot rin kasi sa internationals that yung sa current
Yeah,
one, when they made me wait like a month for their answer, they said kasi na, okay, we really want to get you, but like may transparency. Nasabi nila na we still have to see, like for example, for the month of July, kung maganda yung sales namin or kung maganda yung growth, then
yeah,
we'll get. But if the pandemic continues to damage the company, then we won't. Yung ganon.
yeah.
Parang throughout July na naghihintay ako. Parang, shit, so, okay na ba 'to? Maghahanap pa ba ako ng iba? Ano gagawin ko? Yung gano'n. But hopefully, like, fortunately, it all worked out naman. Pero I'm in a 3-month contract muna.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
So, yun nga. So, for 3 months, sure na may trabaho ako. But if things go badly in the States, I could lose the job then. So, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Kasi sabi ko it's debatable kasi I'm fortunate enough to get a job for 3 months. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be long term with how
Yeah,
things.
it's hard, but at least, something to survive on. It's really
Yeah.
hard to survive. Yeah,
But at least good dyan for my mental health at least na I know if I get fired, it's not because of my
performance.
my work or my performance. It's because freaking Rona.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. That's a good way of thinking of getting fired. I'm not fired because I suck, guys. I fired because the work environment was impossible now.
So, ayun.
Yeah. Well, at least mentally though, uh, how have you been doing? Because na touch on na natin na ano, financially okay at the moment. Because
Mentally,
does the work like distract you or
I guess
nag-a-add siya ng stress?
it adds. Hmm. I won't deny that it does add stress because again, yung goal ko for 2020 was for my comics. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to focus on like my comic work and make comic making a professional thing for me. But then ang hirap to balance yung work mo, which is like my work already is about creatives na siya. So I already create
Ah,
design.
yeah. But there's like
And then
that saying that having a creative job and like doing a creative hobby is like what's that, too taxing kasi
yes,
having like a creative job, you're forced to be creative, and when you go home, like you don't want to be creative na kasi like, "Oh, I already used it all, fuck this, man, I'm not gonna draw."
exactly. So minsan ang hirap for me to follow through with my schedules sa comics.
Yeah, I
So ayun, like
understand.
the script is already written out and I just have to draw it. Tapos nakatitig lang ako sa scripts, parang I can't find it in me to start drawing.
Yeah. Uh, there are plenty of times I've been that way. That's why I hate na I do a lot as well. Kasi like if I do like a little bit more na creative stuff, it like drains me out for the whole thing na. Kaya I have to do like little by little.
Yeah. I didn't want to get a creative job nga because of the same reasons.
Yeah.
Sometimes kasi people, wala na eh.
Yeah.
Like,
What you can find is what you can find.
like especially since I said na I started applying for international companies, ang hirap naman na maghanap ako ng international job na kunwari writing or social media management when
Yeah.
my portfolio clearly states na I'm a graphic designer.
Sabagay, yeah. That is hard. Well, at least you found something. Let's wait. What ano ba yung pinag-usapan natin? All right, yeah. In since di naman masyado affecting sa yung work mo, what else do you do though?
In work or like
Uh,
person
personal stuff na.
comics.
That's like you don't make merch na or fan
Mm,
art or
before. But then again, it's like, what do I do with it?
yeah, oo nga no. Yeah. Ha- have you tried Shopee or like yung mga
I opened a account, pero majority of my sales kasi comes from international rin eh.
uh
So, I
puti
don't
ka
have
pa.
a lot of Pinoy.
You have no
Wala
Pinoy pants. Understandable, man. I used to be that way. Yung sa akin ano, there is a time na I wanted to make a Shopee account while, pandemic. And napabail ako bigla dahil there was that yung kay Bitoy, yung the when he got diagnosed with
oh,
corona.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yung kasi of deliveries,
Yeah,
sabi.
and because of that, I was like, I don't want to be blamed
The
for, you know, yeah.
others,
I'm like I'm like proud of having friends that were confident in like still selling their merch uh during the pandemic. Pero me, I'm like, I'm too paranoid. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take responsibility for that type of shit.
yeah.
And also, I
Uh,
couldn't produce na much was it merch kasi lahat ng yung printers ko were taga Cubao pa eh. I'm so far.
ayun. Isa pa yun, suppliers.
Yeah,
Majority ng suppliers
yun.
sumasara.
Oo nga no, I never bothered checking if nagsara yung supplier ko. Fuck. Surprised na lang ako no, like when the pandemic is over and I go try visiting the supplier and it's closed na forever. I'm like, what?
Iyak ka na lang. Imagine mo sumara yung Iza.
Oh my
Lord,
god. Na I don't think naman what they did was they got a parang personal space, like yung parang pwedeng gawing bahay basically. So they could just like tambak yung mga equipment nila doon while they blow off rent sa
Oh,
mga, I don't know, that's like what that's what some businesses are doing, like ko dahil they cannot make money enough to pay rent, they just have to remove that part wherein they need to pay rent, which is like mga physical stores that will close it down muna, wait until this is over, and hopefully be able to like buy back the same spot, which
that's
is
smart.
hard. It's smart pero it's hard kasi lalo na yung mga ano, yung mga bars or I forgot what, basta yung mga yung mga gig places, like there's a high chance na once they let go of their contract there, like another company or like some big I don't know, pag QC area, it's mostly ano yung parang gagawin condo or food park, yung mga ganun na businesses, which is sad.
Then
Ooh,
again,
yeah.
hindi sustainable ang mga food park eh. And especially condos. Like, people don't have money to buy condo.
They don't have money, but they keep making them, man.
That's true. Oh my gosh. There was a time nga sa Facebook ko, lahat ng sponsored post na lumalabas, puro pang condo. So, sigurado ko ba ako yung target market ninyo?
Bili ka na doon ng condo. Investment daw yan, bro. There's a huge land beside my house na parang dati forest siya. And then they tore it all down para going condo. And the first person who tore down the forest, they just tore it down, and then they sold the land to a condo place, which tried to make a condo, pero they naubusan sila ng budget, so they didn't build the condo na lang. They just you know, left the place empty. And then suddenly, ngayon may bumili na, tapos they were able na to finally make a condo unit out of it. But they made like so many buildings na most of those are empty. Which is weird na, oh, okay. It's like,
Ang- But then again, land naman kasi, as far as I know, doesn't depreciate.
yeah, it doesn't.
So, ano yun, buying land is good.
Yung problem lang was like, uh, in like one strip of like like in a 2 kilometer radius, there's more or less 10 condos,
Oh,
buildings already from where I live, and we're supposed to be like a suburban area, which is sad. Uh,
well,
yeah.
umiiba yung panahon.
Tapos
uh,
inuto ako bumili ng condo. Wala akong pera.
mukha bang may perang comic artist?
Oh, what do you think we do? Make money?
Sponsor mo kami, charot. Yeah. Pero ikaw though, updates on you naman. How are you
Mm.
sa pandemic?
Well, I made this podcast, which looks sick. Look at my effects, guys. Yes, Izzy can't see it, but she will. uh, Mostly, ano I've went into the streamer lifestyle. Hell yeah. Naging e-girl na ako. I mean e-boy.
Girl, with the hair
Actually,
mo
I
ngayon.
was a cam girl. That's what my millennial people call it.
Marami ng con artists ngayon who are slowly moving to streaming. Like,
Yeah.
diba si Jerry? You remember Jerry?
I'm not friends with him, eh. Pero yeah, okay.
Sketchy
Nagsi-stream.
Jerry
Yeah, yeah,
na
yeah.
streaming. Tawang-tawa ako isang beses kasi, okay, I love Jerry. If ever Jerry is watching this, I love you po. Pero tawang-tawa lang ako isang beses was, he did a stream and then he shared his stream to like 50 different pages. And I'm like, I respect the hustle so much. Like, I wish bigyan akong tiyaga on
I'm
myself.
I'm like I'm too self-conscious to do that ever. I'm too
I,
self-conscious to ever do that.
and then see me, Doremi. She's also planning to be a VTuber. I'm not sure what a
Ooh,
VTuber.
it's my virtual avatar ka, and you
Oh,
can just live stream with a virtual avatar.
ayun, she's moving to a VTuber lifestyle for League of Legends.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice.
I'm excited for that.
Me, I'm actually promoting, ano eh, sino ba yung mga, may mga nauto na akong artist into like, trying out streaming. Kasi, what I've learned recently, it's so fucking easy to get like, cause Facebook, there's a streaming, may streaming service yung Facebook, which is exclusively for gaming talaga. Like it's FB gaming. Kaya, gaming. Uh, and one of the features there is you can donate stars, which is, yung parang, it converts to money, basically. That's what viewers can give uh, the streamers. And in Facebook, the requirements to get that feature is super low. That as I got the requirement, I did the requirements, and I found this thing wherein I just use this. I tagged this thing called chat with friends as a way to like bypass playing any games. And all I do is like live stream making comics. Yung mga comics ko this month, most of those I live stream them. I actually live stream daily. I just draw the comics. Minsan di ako nagmamic kasi I'm like I just want to draw the comics. So it's just drawing me comics. Dahil it's on my art page. uh the people who follow me most likely like me for my art there, so may mga chances of them like actually supporting me there, which I managed to convince like some friends of mine to do the same thing. And it's not, I mean, it's kind of working for us, basically. At least it's something than nothing. Nagiging productive ka.
Pero how ako sa inyo to be able to do it like every day or like regularly?
Yung sa akin everyday, pero my friends do it weekly. Which is that is the normal thing to do. Yung sa akin kasi ano eh, I'm doing this daily challenge eh. So, kaya naging daily.
Kasi I tried doing yung stream like to Twitch dati, like
Yeah.
every Sunday,
Yeah.
just to catch up, and then I give updates sa artworks ko and like what the next comics is.
Yeah.
But then after a while, parang lumalabas yung pagka-introvert ko.
Yung problem ko, I used to do Twitch. Yung problem ko lang with Twitch was like the requirements to improve. To
Ay,
get like the affiliate status, or yung parang para pwede ka magkaroon ng subscribers and shit.
mhm.
To get that, you need like, basta ang majority ng requirements requires you to have like a lot of followers, and have good viewer average the viewers, like think at least 5 or something. And
Yeah.
yung comparing that sa Facebook it only tells you na you should at least have 100 likes sa page mo. Have your page be a video game creator page, which you can have artist and video game creator at the same time, so it doesn't matter. And you should at least stream like at least twice a week. I know, twice a month, parang gano'n. Like, ano eh, 2 times every 14 days, basically gano'n. Comparing that sa Twitch, wherein you're required to at least stream, like,
7 times a month siya.
yeah, 7 times a month, which is a lot. And,
Yeah. For me
as,
kasi when I started streaming, it was more of again just to connect with my
yeah,
followers. Mm, Parang subscriptions weren't like one of my goals pa. Pero parang iniisip ko, okay, if I can make this sustainable, then baka I could have the subscription based. But then, ayun nga, I think I did it like for 3 months. And then
Wala.
napagod napagod ako.
Pero did you get the subscription thing?
Almost.
Ah, oh,
Almost.
yeah. Yeah,
Hindi ko
basically,
natapos kasi
ganun din yung nangyari sa akin eh.
ako.
What?
Hindi ko siya natapos. As in parang I think I was down to just stream one more time, yung gano'n. Sobra akong burned out na hindi ko talaga kinayanan just to stream
Uh,
one last time. So
y-
nawala.
yung
But I
sa akin,
regret.
like, I was like streaming since February, tapos like 3 months, and then no, not until around June, yeah, until around June, wala pa rin yung subscription status sa akin. So I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't working. God damn it. Kaya, tapos I hopped on Facebook and like in 2 weeks, biglang, ano, actually less than a week lang, I finally got that stars thing. I was like, oh, okay, I can make money now on Facebook. Yeah, okay, that's nice.
That's cool. Yung problem ko kasi with Facebook is that
It's
family,
Facebook.
yeah, it's Facebook. And then everyone that I know is there.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are some things that I want to say that I don't want them to hear,
Yung
especially comics ko.
Yung ginawa ko is, 'di ba, art page. So, it's only the art page. I don't I it's up to me if I want to share to my personal page, pero for the most part it's just the art page.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that my family follows my
Uh
art page on Facebook.
tell them to unlike. And yeah, what I do Ren with mine now is uh I don't really talk sa streams ko. Like, it's just purely drawing, and then like people just watch me draw. Pero it's up to you and how you engage your audience naman eh. You can
Okay.
like make
Awkward kasi. I did that before, like sa
yeah,
easy peasy ko. And then I just felt awkward na,
people are
you know,
watching you.
yes, walang nangyayari. Or parang,
Uh I mean, that's how it is if it's Twitch. Kasi in Twitch you're it's much better kasi if people like in terms of engagement lang ah. Like it's required for people to like watch you the whole time versus Facebook. Yung gusto ko lang dun was like, actually I hate Facebook has the shittiest engagement in terms of streaming kasi most of the people there are come and go. Like, kasi ano it's Facebook. You like with the phone especially. You just like nakikita mo lang for like 3 seconds and you're like, I want to scroll down some more.
ah,
And
true, true.
so wala yung attention span masyado. But that's what it turns into somewhat of a blessing if you're like after lang is the donation part, because like sa akin ano eh, most of the people who donate to me are just like, oh, this person is streaming and I can send him money. Okay, I'll send him money. I hope you like it. Have a nice day. And then they do their day. They don't watch the stream actually.
Mm, interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. Do you suggest streaming on Facebook?
That's what I do because especially people who have like yung mga art pages. It like it gives you a reason to like use the art page. Sino ba yun? Si Hong Hang Flashbacks. He's in the process of trying to live stream, do the thing that I did so that he could get the what's that thing? It's called Stars Enabled so that you can get donations. He's trying to get that, but at the same time he's not really that, parang pangat yung net niya. So
Mm-mm.
medyo 50-50 siya with that.
I'm surprised na pangit yung net niya considering how big of a creator he is.
I feel like ano na yun eh. Uh, it's with the home na rin because he's not no longer at what's that place? He's no longer in Dubai eh. Or what's that UAE. Yeah, he's no longer in UAE. He's in the Philippines, and most likely he's with his family who are all using the internet. Kaya mabagal.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, understandable.
I mean, I had to like fight my parents. I actually had to upgrade my internet to like another tier just so that I would have like kahit mag-agaw sila sa internet, di na ako maapektuhan.
Okay. I think yun naman at lang ang problema natin. Welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah. Ito yung social dilemma natin. Ah,
Especially like I think it started yesterday. There are some areas raw ng PLDT
oo.
mawawala internet.
Yeah, buti di
Eh,
tayo affected.
ano kasi ako, Globe kasi ako.
Ah, ew. Puh, no joke lang.
This not sponsored by
Oy,
Globe.
by the way, alam, it's funny how, during this pandemic, yung, what's that thing called? Yung Converge turned out to be shit. Like, it's funny kasi yung time na, I think it was like this year, mga middle of last year, like Converge, came out, and then everybody was like, oh, it's so fast,
Oh
instant,
yeah.
fiber na agad, and it's cheap, and like so many good things. Tapos right now, ever since during the pandemic, it's just constant complaints na napuputulan sila bigla, hindi stable yung network. They got like the highest speeds, pero kahit sila, they're like disconnecting biglaan, and it's
Feeling ko it has something to do with, maybe in a normal setting, like kung
yeah.
normal lahat, sure mabilis sila. But because of the pandemic and all that,
I feel it's also nga that they lost manpower to like handle themselves versus a bigger company like PLDT.
yeah. So I guess sad lang. Like yay, more customers for them because of the pandemic, but then they couldn't also follow up with it.
Yeah.
So
Tas ngayon
not sad sa pandemic.
sila isa soberano, mabilis yung she
I
has
mean,
siya lang yung she
siya
has
yun
the
eh.
best internet in the world. In the country pala.
I mean, she also gets the best fan arts.
Ah, yeah. Every not I like the joke eh. It's so funny na. It will be there forever. Na if she posts any picture, or if and yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everybody will be like, oh, ito na bago reference pang guhit Pinas.
Ano po, for educational purposes.
Yeah, damn, guhit Pinas. Oh, by the way, that's medyo chika. There's
Mm-mm.
this group na bago. They're called Guhit Potato naman.
Okay.
And yeah, they came out when Guhit Pinas was being attacked, and like the whole traditional shit. And at first they were like those edgy group na parang what's that, yung artist na hindi naliligo, or yung mga ganun na group wherein artists mostly like make fun of themselves, share memes. It wasn't mostly on the art, it was mostly on the memes. And then eventually, like, they got like a lot of they got a lot of members, and eventually they became like this legit group, similar to like Guhit Pinas, wherein they have rules now. It's not all about memes anymore. You have to post about your drawings, and like, you know what.
They became
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they made.
Yeah, they became what they fought. Ah, God. What was funny nga is, the reason why people hated Guhit Pinas was also because of the censoring of political shit. And they were like, everything political is gone, pero, there's like, uh, favoritisms, like like an artwork with the president that's like in favor is deemed okay, but an artwork with the president that's criticizing the person is not in favor. So it's like, What?
Politika pa rin. I mean, feeling ko naman,
I
you
sorry.
can't, you can't really separate politics, especially nowadays.
Sabagay. Yeah.
Sa lahat ng nangyayari, mga beaches, white
But
sand.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, and yung nangyari sa guhit potato, like they became what they they didn't want to be. And dahil and it wasn't lang being on like the content part, like they became like a legit, besides like becoming like a legit group, they also started becoming like the same with Guhit Pinas, wherein like they take down certain posts that don't agree with them. Yung mga ganon.
Feeling ko kung gano'n, I think it's better instead of a group, page na lang.
Yeah,
Especially if it's just about memes.
yeah. It's weird nga na I don't really like Facebook groups. Like, don't understand why people keep inviting me to Facebook groups. Unless it's work. If it's work, it's understandable. If it's like an important collective wherein the information you share is crucial, then yes, I'll be joining that. But if it's like a group wherein let's share memes, guys. Why?
Mga subtle clown traits.
Yeah, like there are more there like don't you have like good enough friends that shares dope memes? Why do you have to go on a group? And
Ano, sometimes okay naman siya. Parang yung mga, tawag ito, di ba there was a time na sobrang kilala yung mga trash tukan na
yeah,
group. It was funny at first, but then, nawala rin siya after a while.
yeah. And it's weird that like going to a group for engagement. Like, why? Why are you trying to get like? It's always in groups wherein you find like the weirdest people interacting. Like, like for example, sa Guhit Pinas, like you'll see people asking you like what tools you used or how you did it, or like compliment you, and and yet those people never are like following your page or like
Actually, it's, clout chasing lang. Like,
yeah,
temporary clout.
yeah, mas temporary yung group, yeah.
But I understand where you're coming from. And yeah, parang at the end of the day, it's still better to
Do it on your
post
own.
your own group, your own page.
Yeah,
Parang there's a difference between the page and a group.
yeah. It's like what you said with Jerry sharing it to 50 groups yung stream niya. Like that's too much dedication. I cannot do that.
Yung mga tipo, I want to be able to do that. Kasi
Man,
at least with Jerry, it's connected to his page. Hindi
yeah,
siya katulad, diba, na they just post it and then people don't end up remembering who you are.
sabagay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
At least with what he's doing, if they see what, if they like what they see, they know where to go for more. And at least
Sabagay. But it's still part of the whole like cloud chasing na rin.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. But then again, to each their own.
Yeah.
Sometimes, it works for others.
Yeah.
Some
I'm not that I'm hard. I'm like I'm shy. Ooh. I cannot do those type, like I used to. I feel like I could back when it's hard to say na ano, yung hindi pa ako kilala. Yung mga younger years ko siguro kaya ko. Pero ngayon I'm like, do I have to?
Actually, I think it comes with the following rin. Like,
I feel like
especially starting out, when
talaga.
people know about you, it's easier to promote yourself to random groups.
Dati I used to assume na it's with the age na rin kasi like me trying to avoid using hashtags or like, I'm like, man, do people even check hashtags?
I guess yun nga, it goes back to what your market is. Kasi
Yeah.
gano'n ako before, but then after a while, I do check hashtags. And inisip ko na, okay, if I check hashtags, I should use hashtags.
There should be at least a small percentage of basic people like me who checks hashtags.
And
Uh,
to, you know, get their attention rin, yung gano'n.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I go back to what I said na if you're just starting out, it's easier to promote yourself. Like, mas shameless ka sa pag-promote. Kasi
Kung
hindi ka kilala eh.
ano, yeah.
Worst that happen.
What was the worst shameless uh post thing you've ever done? Promoting pala, yeah. Shameless promoting.
Oh my gosh. I guess top of mind ko was when I started doing cons pa lang. And then every time may bagong con ako, I would change yung timeline picture ko,
Okay?
both my art page and my personal to like
And
an artwork of the con. Like I'm gonna draw my mascot in like yun kunwari, Yuri on Ice. So naka Victor outfit siya nun. And then I
wow.
yung
I
timeline
don't think that's
photos.
shameless. That's a good strategy though.
It was kind of shame. I don't know. I found it shameless.
Shameless. Like, there's no shame. No. Okay. Kala ko naman like something like trying to go on the Twitter thread and be like, "Hey guys, follow me."
Oh no, I don't think I ever did that before. Pinaka-shameless ko na talaga was the timeline pictures.
Damn. Sa akin was like, uh,
Except maybe pagka if I'm selling, like kunwari, nung enamel pins, like first time ko mag-enamel pin,
yeah.
I had to promote the artwork in like like I think Good Omens nun. So I had to join like yung Good Omens Prime group, Good Omens. And then dun ko pinopost yung mga Good Omens artworks ko because I needed sales.
It makes sense, I guess. Sa akin siguro
Yeah.
it would be the Yuri and Ice din, kung ganon. Cause,
Shameless tayo Yuri on Ice, no?
yeah, I feel like shameless na yung Yuri and Ice ko. That's the most, it's not, it was good. I mean, ano that, uh, it, the Yuri on Ice event kinda gave me this whole, uh, different demographic that somehow still translate to now. Parang it's like with our friendship. We forgot na yung origin was Yuri and Ice, pero we're friends. So it's kind of like that with my some followers. Like we met during the Yuri and Ice. They forgot, but it's they still support. Parang ganun. So it's big.
Yeah. So it was a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Kasi I feel
Yeah.
like Yuri on Ice was so generic is not the right word. Parang it's open for the general public.
Yung event or yung anime?
The fandom, the anime, the whole thing actually, everything Yuri on Ice was open to everyone. Kasi it was inclusive of like LGBT, it was animation, ano, it was
Animation.
time of animation. And it's during the time of the Olympics. So yung mga ice cream
Ah.
fans, Olympic fans. So not only did it, merge weebs, but also LGBTQ and then mga sports fans into one
Yeah, yeah,
huge.
yeah. Well, I know. Yeah, that was good, actually.
Yes, because of that, people who joined in on the convention and on the fandom, mas nag-boom sila. Like TSP, okay. Actually, origin story ng TSP was also Yuri on Ice. That was the
TS.
very first time TSP became TSP.
Who's TSP?
The Sunny Project,
The
yung art support
Sunny.
ko.
Wait, what?
The Sunny Project, yung grupo ko ng art circle.
Sila. Do I know these people?
Kaya yan. Yeah, you know them. Sina Mia, Rika. Aya.
So many names. I feel like I know them in person, pero not on names. I have
Okay.
terrible memory.
Join
Oh
ano,
yeah.
they don't join Comic Con kasi.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's understandable.
But ayun, they started off with Yuri on Ice rin. And then ever since then, that's when they pursued art na talaga mismo.
That's nice.
Ayun. Which is, yeah, Yuri on Ice was the stepping stone for
Oo eh.
majority
Daming
of
pera. Daming pera dun eh.
people.
Just kidding. We didn't
I mean,
make money. What?
you're not wrong though.
No, no, no. That's not. I had a friend who actually joined Yuri on Ice for the money talaga eh. And then,
I would.
yeah. No, that was the first one, not the first one. That second one met you. He was like, okay, I made my bank now. I'm good. Because when Yuri on Ice, the first one came out, I told him that there's this convention I'm applying to, and then you should check it out. And then he was like, "You're in Ice? I don't even watch the show." And he actually did watch it just for the when he got accepted. He That's when he watched it lang. Uh,
Uh,
it was so funny because when he saw like he knows the hype around the anime, and then he knows the fangirls. So he
yeah.
was like he immediately predicted na if he goes to this convention, he will make money off of
That's
the
smart. And he's not wrong also.
yeah, and I'm like wow,
Mas malakas yung buying power ng fangirls over fanboys, to be
that's
honest.
true. Ma at Mas picky yung fanboys, so fangirls are the best. Shout out to
Tsaka,
my
just,
fangirls.
I mean, no shade or anything kasi ganito rin naman ako. Mas mabilis ma-sales talk.
I mean, they're more appreciative basically,
Yeah,
because
oo.
if it's a guy and then like let's say Star Wars, they'll be so specific on like the Star Wars versus like just the word Star Wars,
That's true, that's true.
which
And
is the
like, how,
opposite naman pag babae, fangirls.
tsaka I guess, with most of the merchandise that we have, it's more catered to females. Like stickers. Where do you usually use stickers for like stationery or decorations, which most guys don't exactly use, as far as I know.
Well, people use stickers. I thought you just collect them. No, just kidding. That's
Like, mga bullet journals, ganon. Kasi majority ng buyers ko ng stickers who share their haul with me.
yeah,
And na, oh, I use it for my bullet journals or for my laptop.
yeah, mostly laptop eh.
And then like keychains, mostly babae rin yung bumibili.
Yeah, cause they don't put shit. Guys don't put shit on their bags, or they don't
Yeah.
even have bags. Hashtag
And
pockets.
like majority of like um Ita bag collectors,
What's the Ita bag? The one with the window.
yung yung bag siya na transparent.
Yeah, yung may
And,
window sa likod.
and then dun nila ilalagay yung mga merch nila na naka-display.
Yeah.
Majority babae rin.
Yeah, kasi yung mga lalaki na may ganun, ano lang eh, yung mga into idols.
Idols, yeah.
Yeah. Look at stereotyping.
I'm so sorry. But the usual stuff that you see in
Yeah. This is based on our actual experiences on conventions, which is a lot, which is
yeah.
majority, to be honest.
And it's like there are some things that you need to know, especially if you treat like conventions as a business.
Yeah, you have to take care of your
You need,
demographic.
yeah, you need to know like the communities and which of those communities are you actually catering to, because you can't cater to everyone.
Yeah, there was a time I think when I first started, medyo I was asking advice to like how to get to an older demographic because based sa content ko, uh, it was always young teens, and I wanted like at least some older people into my work, because most older people have jobs and they have money. Uh, Ended up me realizing na I rather go with this young audience, not naman yung yeah, my young audience, because if they grow up and they have money, they will support me. That's basically it.
Ah, that makes sense also. Plus, I think it's easier to connect and
Yeah,
relate with your
yeah,
audience than an older one.
yeah. Because once you connect with them while they're young, they will love your work until they die.
Hopefully, hopefully
Sana,
ganun.
sana, sana, sana.
Hindi masama para mangarap.
Yeah, I think someone told me that it's like there's like some, yeah, he said na ano treat your young fans, because even if they don't have money, treat them well, kasi once they have money, they'll be like, oh, I can finally support you, can finally buy your shit. and and that's not no lie, because there are plenty of times I've gotten that. and
But I
it's
think the best mindset pa rin at the end of the day is to treat everyone nicely pa
yeah,
rin.
treat your fans or your follower, your audience
I
properly.
mean, not just audience
Yeah,
lang.
your audience,
Like, everyone in general.
because that's
Because you
your,
don't wanna give out the impression na I'm only nice to you because of your money, yung gano'n.
yeah.
I mean, the money is nice, but at the end of the day, what artists really need talaga is
Your love.
art. We don't get enough of that.
I don't get enough love. Ah,
I mean, stereotypes pa lang nga ng ano, artists eh. Yung para, what do you do? Oh, I'm an artist. So you don't have money. Yung ganun ka agad.
yeah. Money man.
And then you wanna say, I don't know, I do get money, but in reality, it's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah. It's hard to justify saying that you get money versus even if you actually get money, it's like,
It's just
nah.
honestly. It's
No,
like, it's
cause
hard na you get, like, sure, yeah, I get money from it, but then it's
do
the
you
bare,
actually?
at the end of the day, parang once I pay the bills and my taxes, may natitira
Yeah.
ba talaga?
I mean, there's also the part where in like uh I've worked way like I've like it's basically like a low paying job, like yung like a reaction to like people who are underpaid, like yeah, you're getting paid, but are you really getting paid, yung parang ganon, because
Yeah.
even if
Which
we do make money, like the amount of hard work we put into is like unpaid, and we're like, ugh, yeah.
is super sad kasi diba, you'd expect artistry to be highly paid considering na majority of the stuff we create is quote unquote original or like
Yeah,
some na ano, you try your best to be different,
yeah,
unlike regular work na it's just
doing the same thing over and over.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then is it deep thoughts. It's like deep thoughts na maybe that's why
Yung mga ano
majority
eh,
companies
yung mga
ngayon na
yeah.
5 a.m. thoughts yan.
Yeah, mga 5 a.m. toss. Oh shit, 5 a.m. na. Wow.
Last topic, last topic. Pero
No,
yun.
what last stop? Girl,
Oh,
you wanna know how long we've been recording? It's two
how long?
hours.
Woo!
Yeah. Let's
But
wrap
yun,
it up then.
ang dami na papag-usapan.
Yeah.
Pero yun lang yung thoughts ko na maybe that's why majority of the companies and like manufacturers nowadays prefer machines over humans is because mas may pera ang repetitive work rather than unique work.
Mind blown, man.
Diba? Like in the modern society, like with how technology is right now, the more consistent something is, the more people like it. Consistent internet, consistent food, consistent na, you know, what you want and what you expect is what you get lagi. Unlike with something that is original, unique, and different.
Hello, Netflix. I want to suggest a documentary on this idea that, you know,
Five minutes.
companies should replace humans with machines because it's cheap. It makes more money doing repetitive work. Damn, that's grabe. How bangag are you right now?
Ganito na talaga ako. Ah,
Damn.
oh my gosh, you have no idea. Kasi minsan parang mag-binge watch lang ako ng mga video essays on YouTube. And
Yan yung rabbit hole na.
and then isa-send ko lang siya kay Mia. And then pagkatapos nun, pagka-check ni Mia ng messages niya, puro rants na ako. Like, ang dami ko nang sinasabi.
I used to be like that. I'd be like, I watched this documentary and I'm angry.
Kaya, kaya nagiging mas active na ako sa close friends. Kasi ayokong i-target
Damay. Yeah.
ng tao. Oo. Like, I feel bad naman for Mia. Na siya lang yung nakakarinig ng thoughts ko.
Well, that's good. It's good stress reliever yung mga ganon. That
Yeah.
helps.
I
It
think
helps.
it things. Kasi diba, most people have this, parang may perception sila na, nasa bahay ka lang, nag-artworks ka lang, you're
Nah.
not thinking, you're not, you're not using your brain, yun, gano'n. Parang,
Wow.
I have YouTube and
Yeah.
memes,
We use 1000% of our brains.
even though we only have two brain cells.
Well, let's wrap it up, man. It's really long. That's what she said. Anyway, let's thank our sponsor for today, which is the Izzy Comics. Go catch the Izzy Comics over on Webtoon. It is comic about this girl who has weird thoughts. Go check it out. This is her 5 a.m. thoughts, basically.
Parang ang sketchy ng she has weird thoughts.
Well, but I feel like mas enticing yun. Kasi they'll be like, weird thoughts.
Fair.
Sounds enticing.
What,
Anyway. Yeah.
bago humaba pa to lalo.
Yeah. Let's talk after or something. Anyway, thank you again, Easy. Easy is a good friend. Go check her out on her socials. And yeah, go check out her Discord. No, no,
Thank you for inviting Ren.
hindi, i-kick out kita sa Discord ko. Uh, this is only,
No hard feelings.
just kidding.
Friends pa tayo.
Yeah, friends pa tayo. Oh, sayang no, we didn't get to do the collab pala. Well, wala rin yung chance eh.
May next pa naman.
Yeah, may next year. It's weird, the moment na na-announce na pandemic, we lost all our creative juices agad.
That's true. Maybe kasi, you know,
Parang
some of
end of
us,
the world siya.
uh, or maybe some of us kasi parang they only get creative when they know that they have something to gain from
Yeah,
it.
yun. That was basically what happened with me. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so
At least,
much. We got
haba na naman eh.
yeah. Bye. Bye. Say
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.